What do you think?
Well, I think the rights in the Constitution were meant for the 1%, not for the slaves, and 99%. In those days, most of them were slaves, almost living like slave conditions.
The Constitution is amended all the time. So even though what's there is there, it can be amended. You know, and that's what the amendments are
Yeah,
about.
but they say you have free speech, but there are other rules in the Constitution which actually makes it impossible to use the right given in another article. You know, one article blocks another article, so you don't know. You think you have the right, but another article blocks it.
Can you give me specifics?
Like, for example, Constitution says we have democracy. It's capitalist democracy.
It's not. It's a republic.
Yeah,
Now it's not. I don't know what the fuck.
representative democracy, they
Right.
call it.
Right.
So you, in this country, from village to federal levels, you have to have representatives.
Supposedly, but we don't have that anymore. Our representatives
Even if,
are bought by the bank.
even if you have a representative, you know, he may be rich like Bloomberg. He has his own agenda, or he may feel that he has to, he has to compete with other representatives
Right. That's why
for money.
it's the people's duty to make sure their representatives represent them, and when the representatives stop representing them, then it is then we are charged with the task of making sure that we replace them with people who do that. And I think that's a big reason why we're here. Because the people that
Okay, let's say I'm smart guy and I have money, and I say, hey, I help these people in this moment, and then you guys become successful, and then we are friends now, and I have money. So you're gonna say, hey, you become our representative.
Well,
Now I'm gonna be the same.
No, I want to get money out of that whole government thing. I don't want to have lobbying and any kind of influence that way, because I think then money becomes speech, and money shouldn't be speech. Free speech should be afforded to every citizen regardless of financial status. Everyone deserves a voice. This is my view, and I think the view of many people.
Don't you think that the money out there is already stolen money? It's
I know
people's
that the money out
people's
there is
money.
stolen. They have extracted money from all of us for a
Right.
very long time, and
Right.
now most of it isn't even in America anymore. It's gone. We lost a few trillion.
Whenever they feel it's safe, right? They keep it
Well,
there.
it's safe from us.
Yeah, from us.
Yeah.
From dangers for them.
Yeah, but that's why we're here, because in America, the people are actually the only ones who can get the Constitution back on track.
Really?
Because, it's been done a few times.
When?
Huh?
When?
I don't know the actual dates, but I know.
No, roughly, like on what
I don't know
occasion?
the dates because my brain is mush. But, for example, there is legal precedence to find ways to repeal the NDA. But can I just say that I'm really glad that this park is not controlled by young,
Yeah.
educated white people? I mean, even though I'm not young, but I'm a college-educated white person, I'd like to see a bunch of people who are not college-educated white people.
What you talking about? They always claim that this is a bomb losers moment. That's the mainstream. That's the 1% propaganda. Losers bomb.
We don't have to be defined by the way they define us. I mean,
Of course,
they're not going to give us a good rap, and I don't think we should hold our breath waiting for it.
we have to fight back. Yeah.
We have to fight back smartly and efficiently.
How can you really reverse their weapons?
I don't think you can reverse it.
No?
Reverse their what?
Their power, their weapons, their control on us.
The only way I think you can do it is if we reach critical mass and get like a couple of million people to stand in the street. But if you can get a couple of million people to stand in the street and literally just stand there peacefully,
Like that? Yeah.
looking up,
That's a lot of
anything.
that's a lot of power though.
That's all you need. So, if each individual could find a way to realize that individually we feel powerless, and yet we are the people with the real power in the country if we choose to get together and use our power, then we can do
Yeah.
it. And it doesn't require any kind of violence.
So
It doesn't require any kind of nastiness.
right.
It simply requires standing together in the street.
So here, most important thing is to bring more people
More people involved in the dialogue.
and educate them, right?
Well,
Ourselves.
I don't know, educate yourself, because
Yeah.
I think really you can't educate someone. I think people are
Educate
responsible
yourself.
for educating themselves.
I totally agree with everything that you just said. I think that a big problem is ignorance, right? Is that people don't know what's going on,
Right.
or don't know the true brevity of the situation, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think you definitely can't beat somebody over the head with knowledge or make somebody think something. But at the same time, if it's all about educating ourselves, then we're not going to get those sort of numbers that you're talking about. We need to have that exercise that power as the 99%. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I think people should come here and talk to a lot of different people, but I know I don't ever come with the intention of educating anybody, because I think that's kind of obnoxious, and it's making this base assumption that I may know more than them and they may know more than me.
Right.
So I think what we all need to do is come out and educate each other.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think that we love to focus on labels, right? But whether you call it educating people or expressing yourself, they mean the same thing to me. I mean,
Well, they don't mean the same thing to me.
okay,
but
well,
that's okay.
they could be the same thing. What I'm trying to say is, by expressing yourself, you are furthering the education of all the people who in that circle then are able to, open their mind and be able to maybe see things from your perspective a little bit.
Could I interject for a second as well? And it also improves your emotional intelligence when you challenge an idea of another person. You finally are able to, especially in a society where challenging one's faith, philosophy, and ideal is considered rude, to learn how to bounce that information off other people actually helps you develop as a human being. It helps you engage in communication, in my opinion.
So you don't like a guy here giving a lecture like 1 hour, walking and talking like in the class,
No, I think he's
like in a doctoral
welcome to do
class.
that. That's what free speech is. But it
So
means
he's exercising his.
exercising his right, but I can choose to listen or not. And yeah.
I film a guy here like 60s, I guess. He was, walking like shuttle back and forth, and he was like he was giving a lecture, in a like dissertation class, something like that.
Yeah. Which, good.
Everybody has different style, though, right?
Yeah. But I don't want to educate anybody, because I don't want to have power over anybody in any way. And when you give yourself to someone to be educated by them, they have some power over you.
Of course. Educated.
Right. So I don't want to have power over anybody. I'm weird that way.
So looks like you're on the anarchist side. No power.
Yeah, maybe if you have to give it a definition, but I don't even, I don't want to define what it is. I just don't want to lord power over anybody about anything. That's what I know.
What about if you have a baby?
I don't have a baby
child,
for exactly that reason.
like
but
5
if you have
years,
a baby,
6 years.
you must lord power over them and you must guide them because
Yeah.
they don't know what to do. And
Exactly.
if you have a baby,
It's
that's
different,
a
huh?
huge responsibility.
So when you say power, it's something that you do against somebody who knows what's right, what's wrong,
Yeah.
and you still say no, yours is wrong. Do what I say.
Well, ultimately, who can know what's right for any individual except for that individual?
Right.
You know, really. I can't tell where the shoe pinches your feet, and you can't tell where mine hurts. But we can agree to meet and try to help each other with the things we all need: food, shelter, health, stuff like that. But I don't know what the answers are, but I don't think we have to know what the answers are. I think we have to start talking about what common problems we have and ways that we can get together to start to find answers for them.
So can you tell me what makes people come here more? What makes come less? Right here.
My opinion of what makes people come to AWS area
Yeah.
like this more is curiosity and a feeling of friendly inquisition and interesting dialogue. What may make them come less would be if they feel safe or there was aggression or hostility or violence, or if people told them that they had to, anybody coming here who would feel that they had to believe a certain thing or a certain political idea would probably, like I don't like when any political group comes here and tries to say that that's what Occupy is, because a
Yeah.
lot of different political